Alright guys, now welcome back to my channel, and now in this video I'm going to talk about how I did this clone of Grab super app. So Grab is one of Decacorn startup in Indonesia, and it's now getting quite big right now. So without further ado, I'm just gonna walk you through on how I did this code right here. You can pause if you want to do it yourself. I'm just gonna make sure that all my code is available and visible on the screen so that you can try to type it. I'm not gonna put this code on GitHub somehow, so that if you want to learn how to do it, you're gonna have to type it one by one for yourself, so that you'll get yourself familiar with the syntax of SwiftUI, if that's the purpose of you watching this video, to familiarize yourself with SwiftUI, of course. Then after that, you can see right here we have a QR code scanner button. Let me just zoom in, and we have a search bar, we have a Singapore icon, Singapore dollar icon, I guess, because I downloaded and cloned the Singapore version of this app. We have points right here. It was supposed to be over points, I guess. But I just cannot find the same icon of Grab. That's okay. I'm just here only to talk about how to build the layout in SwiftUI. And here we have some list of an icon, and then of course we have a list view of card right here, and of course a tab view. So without further ado, let's just jump into the code. Right here we can see there's a tab view of the content view. Content view is actually the main window of this app, because we can see right here I'm using content window in the Grab clone app. This is actually the exchange of delegate in the new SwiftUI lifecycle app. So in the newest lifecycle app of SwiftUI, we have no longer the scene delegate and the app delegate, where it was the first code that will be called for some configuration at the starter when you start your app. So now it's just this simple, no more some boilerplate code. Now let's just get back to content view. So in this video I'm just gonna focus on the home view. Let's just jump to the definition of home view, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna start from the top. So we have scroll view right here, of course, because whenever I play this on the preview, we can scroll, yes, because it is a scroll view. And then I get a V stack because I want it to be positioned from up to bottom in order. And then here we got a Z stack. So this is actually a custom navigation bar that I've created. So I've started with a spacer right here. I actually don't know why I put spacer right here. Let me just comment it to see what happened if I... Oh, so I put a spacer right here to pull down the nav bar so that it will not go up through, because I said it's ignoring safe space, so that this green background can fulfill until the top. So let me just put this spacer again, and then I've got a Z stack. Z stack is the perfect widget or layout container that you can use if you want to overlay a view on top of each other, being stack on stack in the Z axis. And I've got a white color right here. White color resembles this white color in the which acts like a search bar, I guess. And then inside this white color, I want to overlay it with the next tag of image of this QR code view finder, and then a spacer. Why do I want it to be a spacer? Because if I don't use this spacer, this QR code icon will go right in the middle of the screen. You see? So that's why I get a spacer. It will push it to the left side of the screen. And then on top of it, I also want to use another H tag to resemble the magnifying glass icon right here, that indicates that this is a search bar, and a text, of course. And in this type of way, we can only see it, we can't interact with it, because if you want to interact with it, you're just gonna put some text field right here, and you're ready to go. You're good to go. And then I put some frame right here, so that this navbar frame width will always be on the same screen size of the width, and the height will be constant of 110. And then after that, below it, remember this is in a V stack, so anything underneath this Z stack will be see, you can see right here this Z stack is end right here, so anything under this Z stack will be put below it, because this is still inside of V stack right here. And then I put another edge stack, horizontal stack, and I use horizontal stack because I want to stack this view horizontally. And then inside the edge stack, I put another edge stack, horizontal stack, to put the Bitcoin icon right here. You can see this Bitcoin, and then the tags of Singapore dollar, and then the tags of the money, and then the image of saffron right. You can see right here there is actually a small icon right here that you can see this saffron right. This actually can indicate that this is a button that you can push. I think that's what it's supposed to be mean. And then after I put some spacer right there, and then I put some color light gray. This will act as the divider with frame width of 2, because you can see right here there's this small divider width of 2 pixels right here. And then after that we have another horizontal stack with image of crown like this. This indicates a points of your bonus whenever you do a transaction. And then I overlay this image with a circle with stroke border of color gray. You can see this gray circle right here. This is what overlay does. It overlays another view on top of your the modifier of the parent widget. I mean, this is the parent widget, and whatever you put the modifier of overlay, it will override on top of it, like this one. And then I put another Singapore dollar tags right here, the current of the points, and of course the chevron right icon right here that indicates the button, and of course some padding, and the frame height of 55 from here to here, I guess. And then after that I put some divider right here, so I extract this sub view so that I can use it as many as I like you can see down here. I use it again. Let me just go through this code. This is actually just a simple color widget, which is the color of light gray that I have been initialized right here. You can see light gray. You can just pick the color in this one directly. So I'm just gonna close it and get back to code, and let me just close this. And then where are we? We are here on the divider, right? So after doing this divider, which is this one, I put another edge tag of for capsule view. This capsule view is actually not a class of SwiftUI. I custom create this view of capsule view. So you can see right here there's car, food, groceries, and delivery. This is actually a capsule view. You can see there are 4 capsule view right here of car, food, shop, and box. Box is actually the name of the assets picture, and delivery text underneath it. You can see right here. And then padding and under edge tag, you can see underneath this 4 icon there's another 4 icon that I stack on top of each other, and then the same like the previous tag. And then let me just go through this capsule view. This is actually just a simple vertical stack with an image of it and the text underneath the image, like you can see right here. Okay, and then I put some offset 12 right here so that the distance of it will not be too far at the correct amount that I've wanted. And then another divider right here, this gray line, you can see it. And then I put some simple algorithmic right here so that whenever the amount of column count that I want to put right here won't be a problem, because I will just make it into 2 column row per row. I mean, right here you can see on top of it I've initialized a variable named column count, and then underneath I set a row count. It is a 10 divided by this column count. So this is the column count, there's 2. Then after that we have row count right here. I put this 2. You can actually exchange this value by the amount of card that you want to put in here, like for example an array of card item. So if you can just put the array dot count right here. So because I put 10 right here, you can see there are 10 cards, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. You can replace this value by your array size if you have one. You will have it, because in the real world you're gonna ask for the data from the endpoint API, I guess, and then you divide it with the column count and round it up so that it won't be less than it's supposed to be. And then for each from 0 until lesser than row count, I wanted a spacer of minimal for each the item. And then this space for, you can see if I change it to 2, it will get smaller, the space will get more neater. And then after that I put under edge tag of it, and then for each column I put another card view right here with frame max width of infinity, so it will fill full the column of the width, and of course some padding of it. You can see if I erase the padding, there will be no space between, so I just put some padding on it. And then of course after that I put a spacer so that the content will be pushed up to the top side of the view. So you can see if I erase this spacer, that's funny, there's nothing actually happened. I guess I can safely remove this spacer. Sometimes that happens, you forgot your own code. And that's it, I think we're done. And this is the home view extension of the fighter, and of course the preview. So that's pretty much how simple it is. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the card view so that you can see it. I'll walk you through it. So this is actually the card view looks like on a single view. I put it in the different script right here, card view. So I'm just gonna explain it. So this is actually contained inside of a Z stack, because I want to put a white background color of it. And then I put some fish tag, the image right here, you can see this big image. This is actually the code that represents it. And then resizable, scale to fit. The frame will be the same width of the fish tag, and -32 for the padding, and the height of 170, and alignment center. This is actually not necessary. Just erase it. And then I put some spacer of it so that there will be a space between this picture and this help field everyday heroes tags. You can replace these tags with the content that you get from Consume API, setting the font, setting the multi-line text alignment. You can see I put it to leading so that it will push right to the left alignment. I could just put some another let me just give you an example. Like here you can press Control space to see another choices right here. You can see center right here, and it will change the alignment, but I don't like how it looks like, so you can just change it to leading look back. Line limit to it means that there will be only two maximal line in this text. Whenever the text getting longer, you can see it won't be made into 3 lines, it will just maximal 2 lines. Let me just erase it back. And then after that I put some frame size of it. This helps this text of the content. This is actually the title of the content. And another edge tag to set this credit card logo beside these two main red tags. So I put it on stack of each other horizontally, and then set some frame of it like usual, and then set some frame corner radius, because you can see right here it's not a sharp edges, it has some corner radius of 8 that I just put right here. And I put some overlay. This is actually how I implement a shadow. I overlay it with another shape called rounded rectangle, corner radius of 8, and then stroke border of black with line width of 0.2, and I put some shadow right here, and then the blur of radius 3, so that it will looks like a real shadow. So you can see if I comment this blur, this is actually what the stroke border looks like. And if I uncomment this shadow, you can see this is just a regular stroke. So let me just put it back and resume the preview. Alright, now this is what the card view looks like, and I think that's it pretty much, guys. I think I've shown you everything that I have made. You can pause the video if you want to try to copy it and read the code so that you can learn and familiarize yourself with SwiftUI. Thank you for watching, as always.